Howdy guys, what's going on? It's Raph, and one of my favorite things that I like to do, of course, here in store is get hands-on with things that not a lot of people really have. In which case, what we have here today is the RØDE Wireless Pros. Now, this is a really cool system. I've been looking forward to messing around and playing with the system for quite some time. Very limited inventory. It's hard to get hands-on with these nowadays. So actually having this on hand, being able to play with it is gonna be really fun. We're gonna go ahead and talk a little bit, of course, about the system, what you get, the benefits of recording 32-bit float, what that means. You gotta have good audio, right? And I'm actually gonna compare it with the popular DJI mics, how that compares and contrasts, which one works best for you guys. And I'm gonna go ahead and save you guys the trouble, of course, of unboxing this thing. I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys the contents inside. So that's the first thing we're gonna be talking about in the video, is what comes in the box. Alrighty, without further ado, let's go ahead and open up this bad boy. Now, of course, the RØDE Wireless Pros is the latest from RØDE. It is, again, think of it like the wireless Go systems, but this is the more premier end. It's got time code sync, which is really beneficial for you guys that like to do time code stuff. Well, let's open it up this way. All right, so it comes in two little packs for you guys, boom. Let's see, comes with a cable. Okay, so it wasn't really that difficult to unbox. There isn't really much to unbox here, which is great. So now we can get into the meat and potatoes of the system. So we have two cases. One case is gonna be for all the accessories, I'm sure. Let's go ahead and check it out. Yep, all the necessary accessories in one case. And in this case, of course, is going to be your microphone systems. Woo! And of course, the cool thing about this microphone case is that it is USB-C chargeable. So you can actually charge it via USB-C, right? It comes with a USB-C to USB-C. Let's see if there's a USB-C to USB-A. Nope, but those are pretty common, so you can get those no problem. And we're gonna go ahead and discuss a little bit more about what's inside the accessory case, but for now, let's go ahead and still geek out on the microphone system here. And yeah, so the unit itself, all the receivers and the transmitters are pretty snug in there. You don't have to worry about it getting jostled around in your bag if you have it around, or if you're moving around from location to location. It's gonna keep it nice and charged. Nice glossy finish here. Now, just like with any of the other wireless microphone systems from RØDE, you have a nice little display here. This one is RGB LED, which is really nice, so it's color. It shows you the indicators for the receiver and the transmitters, their battery levels, and of course the output that is being received from each system. Now, they're not really reinventing the wheel in terms of ports, right? So you've got the USB-C for individual charging, or if you want to plug it into a, say for example, your phone, it's got a USB-C to USB-C cable inside for that, and a USB-C to Lightning if you guys are still on the iPhone stuff. You know, with the new iPhone, you don't really have to worry about that, which is great. So you could just do a USB-C to USB-C. But if you have the older systems, you can go from USB-C to Lightning and have that outputted into your phone basically, and have it as a recording module, which is really great. On the side here, you have your gain control, which is really nice. Turn it up and down, negative 12 decibels, et cetera, on the left. And on the right, you have your channel 1, channel 2. So you can basically control it for left and right. If you want to just use one microphone independently, you can. So this is going to be on the left side. All right, same dealio with the Wireless Pro microphones, the transmitters themselves. They didn't really reinvent the wheel with this one either. You've got your microphone right here. It's actually a built-in microphone. You have little threaded ports right here for the Lavaliers systems, which is great. So if you have anybody clumsy or somebody that's very rough with the equipment, just throwing it on here and there, it ensures that the Lavalier system doesn't get yoinked out pretty much and messes up the system, and you're not gonna have any bad audio, of course. Okay, of course, this button right here now responds to recording functionality, so you just hit this to record, which is really useful, and they're both built into each system. So just kind of make sure you know which one's 1 and 2, and that's pretty much it within regards to the microphones. Alrighty, let's go ahead and dig right into the accessory box and what comes inside of it. Let's see here. So we have, of course, the adapters, which we can plug into either phones, the Lightning to USB-C and USB-C to USB-C. Super thin, really useful to have if you want to plug it into your phone, which is going to be really useful if you want to use it for backup audio, or if you want to do videos with your phone and have nice clean audio signal, you can do it that way with that. You've got your standard TRS to TRS cable, the 2 pins, right? 1, 2, 1, 2, left, right, left, right. And of course, you can be plugging this into your camera of choice to get that nice clean audio. Another cool thing that they added was the magnetic clips, which is great. Hallelujah. Yeah, right. So if you want to kind of, whoa, wow, that is strong. If you want to go ahead and put it onto the back of your transceivers, right? This clips in onto the back. I'll show you guys right now. Okay, so this end goes right here, kind of just, pretty sure it slides right on, boom. Slides right on there. Now you have a magnet system, so if you want to just kind of pop it on, you don't want to have to worry about clipping it on, showing the clip, this and that. You can basically magnetize it on any other point and have audio that way, or that. So, pretty sweet. All right, let's continue on with the case. So you've got a nice little slot for the magnets. You've got a nice little pocket here for the plugs and cables, which you can kind of organize. Make sure everything's all nice and neat. At the very bottom, let's see what else we got here. You got a RØDE cleaning cloth. There you go, that's super nice. Make sure all of your stuff is nice and clean. Alrighty, so at the very bottom are the meat and potatoes. You've got two Lavalier 2 microphones, which is really nice. The Lavalier 2s are nice and thin, small, and they kind of rest fairly close to the body, right? You get two of these, which is a great deal. Typically, I believe they're about $100 a pop, so I mean, getting these two are gonna be really great. It also comes with these little colored clip systems right here, which is really great, so you can keep track of who's what in terms of the microphones and who's talking, etc., etc. Really cool. And of course, lastly, on the very bottom, you've got dead cats. Dead cats for days. Of course, this is really, really useful. They kind of remind me of little fuzzy hair pieces, so, you know, boop. But yeah, this is really useful. If you're outdoors and it's super windy, it's gonna muffle that wind noise. They've got a few versions of it, right? So some of them are built so you can just pop it onto the actual Wireless Pro mics, but there are also some which you can use to kind of just put over these guys right here for your Lavalier 2s. So yeah, it's a fully featured package right here. Yeah, so that's basically what comes with this package. It's a pretty complete package if I do say so myself. And with that being said, let's go ahead now and talk more about the geeky side of the microphone systems, the benefits of recording in 32-bit float, what that means, and we're also going to compare it to another popular microphone, of course, which is the DJI mics. Alrighty, so you're probably asking yourself, 32-bit float, and what does that entail, right? Why would you want to shoot on 32-bit float? What are the benefits? Yada yada. TLDR, long story short. For you videographers out there, think of it like dynamic range. Again, to put it in more layman's terms, you just have that much more range basically from your quiet to your loudness factor. So yeah, there's absolutely a lot of benefits recording in 32-bit float compared to 24-bit PCM. 24-bit PCM, you typically have about 144.5 decibels of range, whereas in 32-bit float, I think you have about 1,500 and something of the other, 1,528 decibels worth of range, which is pretty nuts. So yeah, that really helps in the long term within regards to clipping for your audio. You're not gonna have to worry too much about that. You'll have that much more push and pull when you're editing in post, whether it be in Adobe Audition, DaVinci Resolve, any place that you import your audio in as a source, you can definitely kind of have a lot more play with 32-bit float compared to 24. All right, so here we are at my battle station, my production battle station, right? And we're gonna be doing the head-to-head with the DJI mic that I have right here on my hand and the RØDE Wireless Pros. Alrighty, so I'm gonna go ahead and hit record for you guys, and I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys listen in on each of the microphones, and you guys can get a verdict from there within regards to how the microphone sounds. Alrighty, so this is the DJI mic. This is a test, check 1, 2. This is the DJI mic, test, check 1, 2. Alrighty, on this hand, we have the RØDE Wireless Pros. Hey, check, check, test 1, 2. Hey, check, check, test 1, 2. Alrighty, with that out of the way, I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys how to export the audio from the RØDE Wireless Pros. Now, before we get this party started, just make sure you download the RØDE Central app for either Windows or Mac, depending on what OS you're using. Alrighty, so now that you have the app downloaded, all you gotta do is either plug in the transmitter directly into your computer or on through the charging case, and it'll read it as a source. Now, once you have it plugged in, it should show up here on the left section of the RØDE Central app. You can go ahead and click on that. From there, you can go ahead and pick through all the different options on how to export it. You can do WAV, MP3, 48 kilohertz, 44.1 of course, the big one here, 24 to 32-bit float. And you can increase or decrease the decibels based off of what you want, if it's a little too loud or a little too soft. When you click the audio source here, right, you can kind of scrub through and already edit the audio. So if you've got a lot of dead air or just a lot of quietness in between, you can kind of cut it up that much more before you export it, which is really nice. Okay, this is the test that we're going to use for the video segment. So we're going to go ahead and once we have everything set, we're going to hit export. We can go ahead and pick the source wherever, hit open, and that's pretty much it. Easy peasy. Now another cool thing with the RØDE Wireless PRO transmitters, if you've updated it to the latest firmware here, you can actually utilize it with the RØDECaster Pro 2 directly and use that as a source, which is really cool. Now you'll have multiple sources if you have the RØDECaster Pro unit, have podcast mics, you want to do a multi audio podcast that way, you can actually utilize the transmitters now as a source, which is really great. So now we're testing the RØDE Wireless Pros. I got it recorded right now on my mic. It is friggin' loud. We're going to be testing the capabilities of the 32-bit float. See how that performs, see if I could salvage anything, see if I could save anything that is loud. Music going on. But I am pretty much tapped out with this bar. Silly for me to say it, but I guess I'll go to another bar. I don't know. Yeah, I'm pretty tapped out here, so I'm gonna go. I don't know. So, but this is Vegas for you, baby. So, honestly, I'm a big fan of Rode and what they do in terms of audio stuff. I have the RØDECaster Pro 2 myself for mobile podcasting with 2 pod mics, and now I'm gonna add this bad boy into my arsenal with that 32-bit float. It's gonna be a great time. If you wanna pick one up for yourself, definitely check out our website at bnccamera.com where you can definitely buy it. Hopefully we have them in stock. If not, no worries. You can go ahead and pre-purchase it for yourself. So whenever we do get them in the lovely land of Australia, we can go ahead and hook you up with that and you'll be good to go with your audio. Of course, I'm none other than Raph from BNC Camera, and I'll catch you guys in another video. See ya.